So hi everyone, this video is for St. Thomas School Ranchi class 9 physics, and here we are going to start with chapter 1, which is named as measurement and experiment. Under this chapter we have the first topic, and the name of this first topic is need of unit for measurement. So here the question comes that why do we need measurement? So in physics we need measurement for a physical quantity. We consider a constant quantity of same nature as standard, and then we compare the given quantity with standard quantity. Thus for this we required unit. So here we can define unit as unit is a quantity of constant magnitude which is used to measure the magnitude of other quantity of the same nature. Thus, for writing a unit, what is the standard quality required? So for writing an unit, we have the standard quality required, which is under the topic of choice of unit. So for writing an unit, we required its quality as, or its characteristic as, unit should be convenient in size, unit can be reproducible, unit should not change with time or place, it should not vary, it should be universally accepted. So these are the some of the characteristics for choice of unit. So now the next topic is what are the different kinds of unit. So under this topic we are going to divide it with fundamental unit and derived unit. It has two types. So fundamental units, as we all know, it is mass, length, time, and one more quantity we have, which is temperature. So for the mass the unit is kg, for the length unit is meter, for the time its unit is second, and for temperature it is Kelvin. So here the question comes that why they are called as fundamental unit. So they are called as fundamental unit because they are independent of any other unit, or which can neither be changed nor be related to any other fundamental units. That's why they are called as fundamental unit. So next unit kind of unit is a derived unit. So here what is the derived unit? So derived unit are those which depends upon fundamental unit or which can be expressed in terms of fundamental unit. For example, speed. So speed is being derived with the help of fundamental unit of distance and time, whose unit is meter and second. Meter and seconds are two fundamental unit through which we have derived the unit of speed, which is now meter per second. So next topic here we have systems of unit. So here, as we all know, that there are three systems of unit. One is CGS, another one is APS, and another one is MKS system of unit, which is also called as SI unit. In CGS system of unit we measure a quantity with centimeter, gram, second. In APS system we measure the system with foot, pound and second. In MK system we measure a quantity with meter, kilogram and second, which is also called as SI unit, standard unit for our measurement. Then after system of measurement we have the next topic, which is named as in book it is given, okay, in book it is given as the next topic as explanation of different kinds of physical unit. Under this section we are going to study about length, mass and time. Under the topic of length we are going to study its multiples and submultiples of unit. Under the topic of mass we are going to study its multiples and submultiples. Under the time we are going to study many examples of multiples and submultiples. For example, under the topic of length, so under the topic of length, many submultiple units are like millimeter, nanometer, micrometer, centimeter, and its multiple units are like bigger units are angstrom, astronomical unit, light year, parsec. Okay, these are some of the bigger unit. Angstrom is one of the very smallest unit, means that here it is said that 1 nanometer is equal to 10 angstrom, or 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So likewise we are going to study the same for mass and time. For example, for mass, its bigger units are quintal or metric ton. Similarly, for the time, its bigger units are lunar month, year, leap year, decade, century, or millennium. So these are some of the bigger units of time. So thus, with this we have completed some of the basic informations about the unit. So again, a small recap. First we have studied why do we need a unit for measurement. Then we have studied what are its kind. It has two kinds. Then third we have studied what are the different systems of unit. Then when we have understand what is the systems of unit, then in fourth point we have studied about the different physical quantities, basic quantities like length, mass and time. Then what are its multiples and what are its submultiple units. Now the last topic of this portion, we are going to study what are the guidelines for writing unit. So we have different guidelines for writing unit. Some points I would like to dictate here. The first point, the symbol for a unit which is not named after a scientist is written in small letter. Second point, the symbol for a unit which is named after a scientist is named with first letter of his name in capital. And then fourth point, or the third point, a compound unit formed for multiplication of two or more unit is written after putting a dot, cross or leaving a space between the two symbols. For example, in this I want to give an example. Suppose I have to write Newton meter as unit. So what we have done here to write this unit, we have given a dot, or it can be written as n into m. So it means that when we have to write a compound unit, we can write it with dot mark, we can be write it with multiplication mark in or cross mark in between, or it can be also written like this. So this is some of the guidelines for writing unit. With this we have completed the first chapter. Under this first chapter we have completed the first sub chapter of this measurement and experiment. Thank you.